We cannot let this happen. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I just came across a news article about some German city who's planning on just killing a bunch of pigeons. Like they're planning on just like basically mass murder all these pigeons. And don't do that to the pigeons. Pigeons are so cool. They're the freaking coolest animal ever. We can't let this happen. Okay? So this news article, this German town, I think like on June 20th, they voted to cull or just basically just mass murder 100,000 pigeons. Bruh, this makes me so sad. They called them flying rats or flying pests. That's not cool, man. First of all, flying rat or flying mouse is a Chinese name for bats. Like literally the name directly translates to flying mouse or flying rat. Fei Xu, Fei, flying, Xu, mouse, rat. First of all, the nickname for pigeons is actually sand dove. Sand dove, how cool is that? That is hella cool. It's called sand dove. A dove represents love, right? You're gonna murder love, you heartless scumbag. And if pigeons are sand doves, that they represent love in the sand. They represent love in the desert. They are the Aladdin and Jasmine of birds. Okay, you're gonna kill the Aladdin and Jasmine of birds? You heartless scumbag. Aladdin was my favorite Disney show. How could you? How could you? Anyways, second reason why you don't want to go through with this, okay? Pigeons are super smart. Why do you think we trained pigeons to carry messages in war? Do you know how important pigeons were back then? They're hella smart, they're hella reliable, they're hella trustworthy, right? Pigeons are so cool. What? Now that you have this fancy smancy high-tech drone and you found a substitute for this pigeon, you're just gonna cast it aside like the heartless scumbag you are? Despicable. How could you? Absolutely heartless. Just super random tidbit. Did you know back when the internet was just starting, there's this experimental race thing, right? Where basically people were complaining about how fast the internet was, and then they were like, let's do a test. So then this was in South Africa, I think, but basically what happened was they wanted to see what was faster, the internet or a pigeon. The race was to transfer 4 gigabytes of data over 60 miles. This pigeon, by the way, his name is Winston. How cool is that? Freaking Winston. Winston's badass mother. And he was only 11 months old. What were you doing when you were 11 months old? Nothing. Because you're a scrub, just like I was. And probably most other people. I mean, probably not everyone, but like I was definitely a scrub at 11 years old. So on the count of 3, one program would start sending files over the internet to this data center or to this like location 60 miles away. Whereas on the count of 3, the other program, which was Winston, he was tasked to just fly over with a little thumb drive or with a little like memory stick tied to his foot 60 miles and then transfer that data. It took an hour and 8 minutes for Winston to travel those 60 miles, and then it took another hour to transfer the memory from the memory stick onto the computer. So in total it took 2 hours and 8 minutes. On the other hand, the internet was still stuck at 4%. 4%. That means that this bird is 25 times faster. Not even 25 times, right? Because the bird did his work, right? It was just that last segment that was extra slow. So the bird is actually technically 50 times faster. But, is that right? Yeah, 50 times faster. So, that bird, hella fast, right? It's the Sonic of freaking birds. That's the pigeon. Reason 2B, this kind of example kind of shows how easy it is to train pigeons, how cool they are, how like fast it is for them to learn, right? I kid you not, when I was little, I saw this homeless dude in Chinatown, and he was just training, like, I want to say like somewhere close to like 50 pigeons, right? All he was training them with was just like a loaf of bread. I think he had a few loaves of bread, but like he was training 50 pigeons. What do you want? Now, first of all, how much does it cost to build a drone? Definitely more than 2 loaves of bread, right? Even charging your drone would cost more than 2 loaves of bread. Stale bread too. He probably got that bread for free. They probably just gave it to him. The homeless dude, he stood on one side of the street, and there was a bunch of pigeons on the building on the opposite side of the street on the rooftop, right? So what he would do is, this homeless dude, he just got his bread, he sprinkled it like a bunch of bread across the floor, right? And he clapped, and then all these pigeons flew down from the roof, started eating the bread. And then after they were about done, then the homeless dude, he clapped again really loud, and all the pigeons flew back to the roof. And then he just did that for like, I want to say at least like half an hour, right? And then like they were just there, right? And he basically just trained all those pigeons. Isn't that hella cool, right? And hella cheap for like the amount of like work that you did, for the amount of work that those pigeons did. You just trained a bunch. You have your army of pigeons. You have an enemy, just get those pigeons to just poop on that enemy. Just clap. Just imagine you just have a cloud of pigeons that are all on your side, and like imagine how scared your enemies would be. I would be scared poopless. Well, actually, I'd probably be scared poop full because of how much poop I'd be sitting in after the pigeons. But that's so cool. Third reason, they walk hella funny and they're super chill. They're just super chill, right? And they just walk like, that's hella cool. And they just kind of waddle around and mind their own business, dude. And also, just wondering, have you ever seen a baby pigeon? I've seen more albino pigeons than I've seen baby pigeons. You know what that means? Pigeons are hella protective of their young. They are the best parents ever. Man, I feel like most parents in America can learn something from pigeons. Freaking mad lads, man. We need to learn from pigeons. Yeah, so those are my reasonings for why pigeons are so cool, why you shouldn't do this cruel and unusual act of just culling like 100,000 pigeons. Bruh. Protect the sand doves! An announcement to any pigeons that understand English, which I'm sure some of you do, you guys are hella smart. I want you to take note of the French. Apparently, there's a French protest to all poop in the French River Seine during the Olympics, I think. I'm just saying, if pigeons decided to just pick a day to just all of them poop at once in this German city, it would make sense, and I would say that's a reasonable protest. Okay, please don't do this. You don't want the German people to hate you even more. Oh, I was talking about the pigeons. French people, you can do whatever you want. Like, you do you. Save the sand doves. They're super smart, super cool, and they walk really funny. Like just every time I see a pigeon walking, I'm instantly like giggling because it was like, that's so cool. Don't hurt the sand doves. Don't hurt the pigeons. Don't hurt Aladdin and Jasmine, please. Have a good day.